What's going on, YouTube? It's me, Kaeden, and I'm super excited. This is episode number 8. I never thought we'd make it this far. I thought that logistical problems or lack of interest would all lead to the untimely early finishing of this series, but good news, it has continued through episode 8, and boy do we have some improvements. Already you can see that our workspace is vastly improved. You see, we still got the pressure chamber, but I went ahead and I moved the air compressors up here, ran all of the piping back through the walls so it's easier to conceal. There's more working room out here. It also looks a little bit nicer. I moved our refinery over here, cocooned into the wall, got torches all the way around it. You can access each of the tiers with these right here, so you can get at each of the materials. We have our thermo-pneumatic processing plant right here, our plastic mixer here, our charging station here. Now the UV light box. See, I tried to find out if giving it access to actual UV, made a difference, and I really thought it did, but upon having it up here for a bunch of these empty PCBs, which I've made 4 or 5 now, oh, here they are, 4. Now that's the circuit boards. I have a few more down there. It doesn't seem to really make a difference. Pressure seems to make far more of a difference than actual exposure to sunlight. I had it down here, and it just didn't seem to, it went slow as mud, put it up there, it's still going slow as mud, so whatever. Our etching acid is down here, and as you can see, we actually have a finished board. Yay, we can get that, there it is. Good, another unassembled PCB. We could put that over here with all of our other good stuff. So, yeah, I put the 2 vortex tubes, one's down there, and one is right there facing this thing, and this switch right here allows me to turn them on and off to accept pressure in from the system. I went ahead and put in it's a valve of some kind. Hang on, it's called a safety valve? No, that's the one that releases pressure. Hang on, I'm gonna find it. I know what it is. It's one of, not those. It's super handy. Basically, it takes a redstone signal, and if a signal of a sufficient level hits it, it blocks off air. It won't. It's like a transformer for air. That's how the PNCR put it. I'm gonna say it's this one, the regulator tube module. You'll see here this module will stop pressurized air from traveling through this tube when a given pressure threshold is reached. And what I did is the full-on redstone signal from a torch on the other side of this. See, right now the torch is on while this lever is off, and that's sending a full-on 15 level redstone signal through there. And as you can see with the math here, 7.5 minus 15 is a massive negative number, and it's at 0. It essentially stops the transfer through, and if I turn on the switch, turns off the corresponding redstone torch and lets pressure freely flow through. We're sitting nice at 4 bars everywhere. We are going to need some upgrades, and I've done a little bit of research into this. The next tier that we're going to need is actually going to be liquid compressors, because you see we've got all of this stuff in here, and specifically gasoline is the one we want to look at. We can turn that gasoline into a far more efficient fuel source than burning up this poor piles and piles of coal, burning the earth dry as it will. Well, I guess we're still using oil, so it's not really renewable, but it's far more efficient. So that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to let these things turn off, which they should as soon as they burn through this coal. The other thing that's more efficient is with the liquid compressors, they can stop at any time. So they're going through your gasoline, and literally when they receive that redstone signal for them to turn off, because we've hit 4 bar, they just turn off. So we could actually set it at 4.5 bar with our redstone. We can get a little more pressure in before turning off the compressors, and that's going to be great. So we're going to have to go ahead and get in here. All right, if I remove both of these, the system will stay pressurized because we won't have any loose ends, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's get the coal out. Let me get my wrench. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to use these to upgrade to the liquid compressors. Yep, looks good to me. Let's see what happens. Good. Good. No pressure loss. Lovely. Because we have no dangling ends, as it were. And there's our pressure gauge tube module right there. All right, so these liquid compressors, what are we going to need? Let's see here. Liquid compressors. That's these right here. A bucket, 2 pressure tubes, some leather. We're back to leather. And those air compressors that we just used. I wonder if using the air compressors in a crafting recipe will maintain their pressure. We're going to find out. Let me grab a bucket. Okie dokie. So let's do this thing. Our first compressor, we should have everything that we need. Liquid compressor, done. Let's get a second one. Now, all the compressors put out the same volume of air, so it's not going to charge up our system any faster. It'll be the same as if we just had the regular air compressors running off of coal. What happens is it's the longevity, it's the efficiency of it. These things will burn for far, far longer using gasoline. Oh, there's a pipe there. All right, so this one's going to go in like here-ish. Wait, do these maintain any pressure? No, I think we lost it. Oh, well, nothing we can do about it. All right, so one's going to go there, and one's going to go there. And they should be connected. Yes. Unlike the air compressors, they have valves on both sides. So theoretically, we could... No, we don't want to put these behind the walls. I could feed them with hoppers. We're overthinking it. And let's set these to run only on a low signal. That means they're off as soon as we add it now. Of course, we are using pressure from that UV light box. That's why we're losing a minuscule amount of pressure. So they should turn on, yes. Looks good when I apply some gasoline, which I happen to have here. So gasoline in. Low redstone signal. High redstone signal. Why low signal? That means that they're high signal. That's what it is. There we go. Starting to burn. And as soon as we hit 4.1-ish bar, it'll turn off. It'll immediately stop. But this will look at how slowly it's burning. We started at 1,000. I mean, it's going to take forever. And each of the liquid fuels you can use in here, each one is a little bit better than the one before. Diesel, kerosene, gasoline, and LPG. Which I believe is liquid petroleum gasoline. Why can't I remember that acronym? Anyway, so as soon as we hit the appropriate bar, that'll turn off. So let's get another bucket of gasoline, which is the third tier here. Good, and put it in this one. There we go. That one should also function on high signal. Let's see. But that should provide enough pressure for us to get everything done. As a matter of fact, let's see. Turn this on, and that means these are going to start heating up. Yep, heating up because the vortex tube's down there. Good, this should be heating up too. Oh yeah, up it goes. Good. I think that's good. I think we're awesome. Yep, we're producing all of our products again. Okay, so that works. And these things should both be on. On. Yes, you're on. No problems. And you're on. No problems. The next thing we're going to need to do, we really need to finish our drones. So the first one we're going to build is the harvesting drone, which is going to require a sapling. Okay, we got our sapling. And we put a sapling in. I hate picking up these pears through the walls. They fall off the trees. Remember how intrigued we were when we first got here, and now I'm just picking them up. The coin is sucking them through the walls all the time. I have like stacks and stacks of pears, and they don't like make any appreciable difference to your hunger. Anyway, some turbine blades that I cooked up before. I'll quickly show you the recipe here. They're done in the pressure chamber, just for 2 redstone and a gold ingot. And then we're gonna come over here and let's put this thing together. I think I remember how this goes. Put our sapling in the middle and our drone blades. Boop. Just kidding. Wait. Just kidding again? I thought that was it. The harvesting drone. Oh, they need to be turned into rotors. Duh. My bad. Hold up. Got some compressed iron here. Okay. We need rotors. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got this. Yes. No, in the opposite corners. Only takes 3. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Clear those out. Now we can hang on and put this in the middle. Aha! We've got our harvesting drone. Let's go ahead and charge it up. There we go. Now you can get a higher throughput out of these because, you know, now we're taking even more energy. So the pressure is just going to start falling and falling and falling. And there's nothing we can do about that. But there are advanced versions of these, but they require certain levels of heat mitigation because they start to lose efficiency as they heat up, which of course is terrible. So, and already, you know, I mean, already we've like recovered most of the gasoline that we used up already. So, I mean, this is far more efficient. But when this thing is charged, I'm gonna take it outside and let y'all see what it does. It's nighttime. It doesn't matter. Lovely, so he'll replant everything. Now what we do is we put this inside the inventory. Ooh, before I forget, these cool things here, aside from the stupid Huayla tooltip that seems to be glitching out, these are called crop supports. Crop supports are also from KaedenCraft, and if you plant your seeds in the middle of them, it confirmed speeds up their growth. Now, bone meal doesn't work on these plants. I've tried. Only that special fertilized essence does. But these crop things definitely do. This half of the field grew a lot faster than that half, and it's really ramped up our production. I plan on, as you can see, eventually planting all of it with these things, because they're very cheap. It's 4 compressed iron. It's fantastic. So I thought I put a... Did I not put a? Was there not a chest over here? Oh, maybe it's over here. Okay, never mind. We're good. It's over here. All right, there's the chest. So first you put the gardening tool inside. Then you take your drone, and he harvests out to 16 by 16 by 16. So, you know, 8-ish feet that way, 7-ish feet that way, however he does. And he'll pick everything up. I think, are we far enough away from this tree? 3, 4, 5, 6. This tree might get vaporized. Oh, well. And then all we have to do is place him on top of this inventory, and he'll go to work. Boop. And there he is. Oh, there he goes. You see he's got the hoe with him? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, some of these trees are going to be demolished. There's nothing we can do about it. Oh, yeah, he's going to buzz it all down. And there he goes. Excellent. And he will replant each of these, including taking saplings from these trees and replanting them where they were. And he'll also hit all of this, if I'm not mistaken. So what we need the second drone for is we actually need the second drone to pick up the mess, because as you can see, he just kind of drops it. I'm sort of picking it up as I go. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so he does it by layers, is what happens. He started at the top layer, and now he's making his way down for the next layer. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, we'll have another drone picking all of this up. Oh, there he goes. See, he's replanting it all. That's brilliant. Now, when we make him slightly more intelligent, he'll be less obnoxious. Oh, way left. See, he's still got 3.7 bars, doing all right. Where's he going now? Oh, he's gonna get my Inferium crops too. Awful nice of him. Oh, I think he's lost. He's not sure what to do. Or he's got everything inside of his area. Yep, that's everything within 16 blocks of him, or within 8 blocks in any given direction. So yeah, that's what he does. Now we're gonna take him with us. Yes. We have room, right? Did I pick him up? Yes, okay. And we're gonna start upgrading them. But that's how that drone works. Cool, right? Finally, the culmination of our efforts. 3 episodes of work. So I am having a bit of an issue. Our thermopneumatic processing plant has exactly 400 millibuckets of diesel in it, and I cannot seem, no matter what I try, to get it out, which means I can't put another fluid in there. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's some sort of a bug. None of the sides seem to eject it into this hopper. Well, maybe there's a setting for that. Hang on. Well, this is extremely annoying because I've spun this thing around, I've done the top, I've done the bottom, nothing will eject into this hopper. And see, you can see it right there, and I can't even use this anymore. Breaking it does nothing. That still preserves, see, 400 millibuckets of diesel. So I'm a little frustrated. I haven't tried fluiducts yet. We're gonna have to eventually. How do we get basic fluiducts? 6 fluiducts, good. We are also gonna need one of the, I think it's called a pump. What's that thing called? Yeah, these, servo. Extracts items, yeah, fluids, that's what we need. A fluid servo. Some iron nuggets, glass, and redstone. Thank you. All right, Let's see what happens. See if we can get this fluid out of here. 'Cause this is getting silly. Let's put that there. Good. Put this here. No, doesn't like that. Servo. No. What if we spin you around? No. 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 I don't know what else to do. Is this thing configurable? Blacklist? No, it should just, it's enabled on high. Ignore. Now let's try. Okay, it is now trying to pump. Come on, one of these has gotta do it. Come on. I mean, from the bottom. I mean, I don't know what else to do. Good, and put the servo here. None. I give up. And you know, it only works in millibuckets. You can only extract out the output, which is ridiculous. Anyway, this is annoying. I'm gonna have to just destroy this or use it for something else. I'm gonna have to make another one. Whatever. Let me just make another one. All right, we got a brand new one. All right, what do you want to draw from here? Maybe? Ignored. Aha! Aha! Yes! Okay, that works. So we can withdraw from this face our liquid plastic. Okay, good. So that works. We can just dump things in there. I'm not thrilled with how this looks. I'm gonna have to reconfigure everything again, but anyway, at least the fluid ducts work. Now, upgrading this guy. Yes, all we have to do is add a printed circuit board to make him a proper drone. And we have that. We have 4 printed circuit boards. Let's do it. Add drone, circuit board, and now he is a regular drone. And he still keeps his pressure. Well, that's awful convenient considering that anyway, I'll stop complaining. Good. Now comes the tricky part. We need to program him. In order to do that, requires a programmer. It's going to require 2 turbines, printed circuit board, 5 red plastic, 1 black plastic. I think I have all of that. I do. Also got all the other stuff that he left on the floor. One of these, printed circuit board, which I have on me. And then what else did we need? And 2 more turbine rotors, which I think we have plenty of. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 2 turbine rotors. And I think we have everything else. There we go. Our programmer is done. This is what you use to, where do we want this to live for now? It's going to get moved. It's going to live right here, I think. Lovely. Now the programmer is a lovely thing. You take your drone that you want to program and you place him up here in the corner. Then you can start to build programs for him to run. This is going to be our harvesting drone. This is going to be the one that cuts everything down. And then we're going to use another drone to pick everything up and deposit it into our inventory. And that's sort of how it's going to work. Now, I am no expert at this, so bear with me as we go through it, but it's a visual style. All of these like puzzle pieces lock together in specific ways to create a program. For example, you always want to start. Boop. And we're going to start. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any of these plastic pieces, so we're going to build our program first, and then you need the physical pieces that you've crafted to upload them onto the drone. It's all right, they're reusable, so if you ever import the program back, you can get the pieces back from the drone. At least that's how I understand it happens. We're about to find out. Some brief things about this interface. Right now we're using easy difficulty, because this adds all sorts, you can see the extra pages of stuff. Conditional statements, NBT scanning and filtering. It's actually a really deep system, but for simple drones for harvesting, we can use easy mode for this. So we're going to start, and then what we want him to do is after we start, I want him to start harvesting. Don't want him to dig, I want him to harvest. Yes, cool. So harvest, and we're going to click that piece in there. He's going to start harvesting. We want him to harvest a specific area. That's this little dongle over here. We're going to need some GPS finder things to tell it what area to harvest, and we will probably do a large portion of our outdoor area. There's probably ways of filtering out trees. We're not going to do it for now. I'm going to select areas for him. As a matter of fact, can you put multiple areas? We're going to find out, a little bit of experimentation later. But for right now, it's going to be one area. We're going to specify that area when we come back, starting with the closest. See, the default behavior is high to low, and I'm actually okay with that. Will automatic replant? Yes, I want you to replant. Limit block interactions. When checked, only a specified amount of blocks will be interacted with until the next puzzle piece is executed. See, look at the versatility here. If I had specified the area with the GPS trackers, you could click show area and they would all appear with little glowy things, which is pretty cool. So we're high to low. After you finish harvesting, I want you to... You might be able to pick everything up yourself. Pick up. There's a pickup option. Harvest, pick up items. Cool. That'll be in the same area. It'll pick up the items. What options do we have here? Absolutely none. And after that, I want it to put them in an inventory. Place them into an export fluid. No, here we go. Export to inventory. Yes, we're gonna have a specific inventory for that. And I want it to specifically insert it in the top. Use count. Will allow the specified amount to be transferred. As many as possible. Good. All right, so there is our basic program. This is what he's gonna do over and over again. He's gonna try to harvest, pick up the items that he dropped, and then export them to an inventory. That's going to be our ultimate program. Now, here's the problem. This is going to require 3 green pieces, 1 brown, 1 pink, I'm writing it down, 1 lime, 1 orange. And that's to make this program work. We're also going to need the GPS trackers, though we only need a pair of those for speed's sake. So let's see what all we're going to need to make those. Let's start with the GPS trackers. The GPS tool requires 4 red plastic. That's not too, in diamonds, goodness gracious me. We have 4 red plastic, we don't, so we're gonna get it from here. I don't have any rose red, let's see if we have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, let's get our diamonds. Next episode, we're building that refined storage setup. I'm tired of running back and forth. Looks about right, right? That's 1 GPS tool, and can we make a second one? Looks like we can. Oh, no, that's gonna require 4 more red plastic. Crud. Crud. Do we have any more red? We do. Excellent. Let's go. Let me finish putting this other one together and I'll show you how it works. All right, so we're gonna specify the area that we want our drone to cover. I'm thinking these 2 fields. No, I'm thinking this is more important, actually. I'm gonna have it do this, these 2 fields, basically. So everything between here, got it, see, coordinates set there, just like our Imagine tablet, and right down here, good. Everything between those 2 points should be okay to harvest, and it'll replant everything as it goes. The inventory that we're going to use to deposit in is going to be this one. We're going to put it right here so that we're able to 1, 2, 3. Let's move it a little further away. Right here-ish. That's where I'm going to want it to deposit everything. I'm going to have to come back and do that because I only have the 2 tools, but that's all right. Let's go input this into our program. But all right, so in our program here, the area that we want, area 1, GPS tool there, point 2, GPS tool there, in a box shape. I could have done a sphere around, I suppose. There's so many options. A wall, line, sphere, cylinder, pyramid, grid, random. All very interesting. All right, so that one's good to go. We're going to pick up from the same area. So those will be the same, these. And here we go. Show area. And we're gonna go take a look and make sure we've got the area that we need. Looks promising, look at that. Yep. And all of that too, yep, looks good. That's what we want it to cover. And then we want it to put it in here. So we're gonna set that GPS tool there. Good. So for this one, I want you to input it into this inventory. Good. Stop showing area. Good. I think we're good. See, no errors in this program. We just need the pieces. So let's see what we got here. I have some blue, which of course we don't need. But we do need brown. Need a bunch of stuff actually. Oh my goodness, I don't think we're gonna make it. All right, let me go off camera. Let me cook up plenty of plastic, and I'm gonna get 3 green, 1 brown, 1 pink, 1 lime, and 1 orange, which I think requires 9 apiece. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna cook up a whole bunch of stuff. I'll be back in a second. Bye. After shifting some of our production into overdrive, we finally got enough plastic, and I may have overcompensated. I thought that using the printed circuit board surrounded by the colored plastic was going to give you 1 puzzle piece. No. It actually gives you 8. So we've got 24 of these. Because it's the first one I made and didn't realize it gives you 8 per. So we've got an excess of items, but that's okay. So we've got our program laid out here. Start, harvest, pick up the items you've harvested, and export them to the inventory. All of these are set. I'm not seeing any errors. Yep, looks like we're good. So let's make this happen, shall we? Export to drone. Boom. Ooh, wow. A little excessive pneumatic craft. You'd think I'd just, won an Oscar or something. Should I give a speech? Anyway, good. This thing should be ready to go. All right, let's see what happens. Let's do it. Oh wait, we're gonna need something. We're going to need a one of the gardening thingammies. Here we go. I have one here. Perfect. Now the question, of course, is whether or not I need. How do I give it the tool to use? And we're just gonna sort of figure that out. So we're gonna put the tool in here, just like when it was a regular harvesting drone. And we've got our drone here, and I'm eager to see what happens. I'm a little bit apprehensive. What if I did it wrong? I don't know. There's only one way to find out. Let's go. Boop. You gonna do something, buddy? You just gonna sit there? Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I've misprogrammed it somehow. Well, that was anticlimactic. After all the music and fanfare. So I can't quite figure out where we went wrong. All right, so it seems like the specific issue is with the hoe to replant everything, which is annoying. I went ahead and I put out a couple of messages asking how to do this. The only response I could find that seemed to be relevant was actually one that said you need to add into the program all sorts of if-then statements to pick up the tool, use it, put it back away, then gather everything else. I'm hoping I don't have to do that. It was only one entry and it didn't have like a conclusive finish to that thread. So I actually reached out to the mod author to find out. So unfortunately, yet again, we're not going to be able to have our drones flying. Unless I just want to leave everything spilled out on the ground. Or rather, not that they'll be spilled out on the ground, we'll pick it up. But because it won't replant everything, I'd have to manually go and replant, which is like the most time-consuming part. So I'll at least show you what I've been doing over here. I got tired again of the setting we had, so I finally fully buried the refinery down here. I put a whole bunch of liquid ducts running behind there, filling up each of these thermopneumatic processing plants in case I want to use any of these. I mean, I've got kerosene in here, gasoline over here, and I can put them over here on the heating element. This one is where all of the LPG is currently going, and as it turns into the liquid plastic, it's pumping over here to our plastic mixer, which has all of our stuff over here for making plastics. That's how this works. I expanded our input a little bit with 4 liquid compressors. I used the diesel along with redstone to make lubricant, which allowed us to make these speed upgrades. And with all of these having one speed upgrade, except for this one, which has two, we are able to hold at a fairly steady 4.5 to 4.5 bar, even with all of this running. These things are able to keep up with demand, and that's awesome. And that's really what I wanted. So yeah, things are looking really good here. Just got to get this one little issue with the gardening tools for the drones, and then we're finally going to have drone power. Next episode, we're upgrading to refined storage, because goodness knows I'm tired of all of this liquids flowing everywhere and such, and whatever. We're going to digitize all of it. It's going to be great. We're going to have access to our full inventory right here and over there and outside. It's just going to be amazing. I'll see you guys then. Once again, I am Kaeden. Thank you for watching the video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys for episode 9. Bye-bye.